Yo, what up, Fight World? No, I ain't eating popcorn. King Corleone, he ready to cook, y'all. Rinse Mafia, my dude, my nigga. Man, your boy is back. The bounce is back. The Jello shots was cool. I had a good day, man. I linked up with my homies. Actually, two of them. One of them is my group member when I was in the hip hop group, and we getting back together. The band is back. We're about to start banging out some new tracks. Pause. We're about to work on some new music. Stay tuned. There's gonna be another YouTube channel, like a separate one from this. I can announce it because we're about to get it popping right now, so I can announce it. So there's gonna be another YouTube channel that I'm gonna be on, and it's with my homies. I think you guys will really like them. One of them's white, one of them's black. It's the guys that I did music with, right? So we're gonna be collaborating with people like, you know, producers who want to send their beats, and it's gonna be we're gonna do like a podcast, talk about, you know what I mean? I don't know. We're gonna see how it works, but pop culture, you know, current events, permit, patty, hip hop. It's definitely gonna be about hip hop, right? You know, things come up, XXX Tentacion, situations like that. Drake's album, movies, movie review. We gonna give you everything you guys want. I promise that. And they're good dudes. They're funny as hell. Like, you know what I'm saying? Where you think I get it? Where you think I get it from? We feed off each other's energy. I think you guys will really like the channel. It's called Eat or Starve, because that's the name of our rap group, EAT, which is an acronym of all our names, in case anyone's wondering. And we eat beats. Let's get it, man. More on that coming soon. I promise you guys. We about to turn up. This boxing shit is easy. This shit is easy. So we're gonna work on the next endeavor. We all gotta eat. That's how we do in the band. Ego, I'm out in the Bay. I teach you how to make some beats. Shit, if I have time. That's interesting. I played around with it a little bit, but not like. Man, it's about to get on, man. We're about to crack. Daniel Lopez, what's up, man? Smash the like button. We're gonna talk about it in a second. Smash the like button. I'm about to talk to him. Okay. Shout out to my shooters. What's an interesting topic? Ah, shit. What's an interesting topic? I had a good day though. Went to the homie's baby shower. Oh, the video title? You could definitely spit though. I heard you messing around a little bit. Thank you. I mean, that's nothing because I'm not really a freestyler like that. I never really perfected. My thing is with freestyling, I don't have like longevity, like where I could just spit for 6 minutes straight off the top. Like, I'm off the top of the dome, I'm off the top with the chrome, I pop in the shop and rapping, like, you know what I mean? That's never been my thing, but I could write my ass off, you know. See, King Corleone, though, that's what I like. This is what I, you know what? Honestly, I'm gonna say this. I'm on record, and please print this. Boxing fans are the best fans. Like, I feel like there's so much passion. Like, some people are like other sports. I feel like they're prude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Boxing fans be so fucking cool. Even the boxer, like, I've met other celebrity athletes or people from different genres that are celebrities, and they might be all like uppity and shit. Boxers be hella cool when you meet them. They be taking 100 pictures. You know, they don't want to be taking all the pictures. They just want to chill out, be with their wife or whatever, and they still do it. You know what I mean? Same thing with boxing fans. Boxing fans be the coolest. Like that's why I think people relate to me, because I'm just a regular person at the end of the day. I love boxing. You guys clearly know that. I dedicated the last few years, all this videos and shit on the channel covering fight. But we talk about movie, you know what I'm saying? We'd be like, oh yeah, what'd you guys think of Jurassic Park? We just cool like that, you know what I mean? Boxing, we lit. I love that about boxing fans. They just be like humble, chill. We're gonna talk about the title. Hold on. You guys hear me pretty good? Equalizer 2 coming out. I gotta go see that. Yeah. I mean, you know me. I'm a Denzel fan. Yeah, okay. There's 4 people in the room, huh? And they're all gonna attack me. All right. There's a new movie. I think it's Quentin Tarantino too. I think it's gonna have Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio. So you know I'm excited for that, because they're my boys. I like Leonardo DiCaprio. I wasn't always the biggest Leonardo, because he used to do a lot of these like cutesy girly movies. You know what I mean? Like, and I wasn't like you know what I mean? Like Titanic's cool, but it ain't like no man's man type of movie. Like, ain't no real one finna just let a girl that you like, wasn't he a stowaway? Like, you don't even know the bitch like that, and he gonna let her live while he in the water just freezing, hypothermic and shit, and you gonna just let this bitch live? Like, you could move over. There's enough space on that little whatever she was on, door, whatever. Hell no, I'm not finna just die for no. Why you keep bragging about my side piece? Hell no. Y'all gonna die for these little, like, just a random Titanic hoochie? You know what I mean? That's cool. Y'all was together a lot on the ship, but shit, why I gotta die? You know what I'm saying? You gonna just leave me in the water? And he's like, I will. I love you. Hella cold. Hell no. We both gonna die. I'll pull her off. Pull her off. If you love me so much, then let's both go to the afterlife at the same time. Nah, it ain't just gonna be me dying. What the fuck? Or I gotta die only. Hell no. We both. I don't know. I'm twisted, so I'm gonna have to pull her off the thing. You gonna just give her a necklace? Nah, bro. That don't work for me. If you love me so much, then let's both die. We both gonna go out. If you gotta go out, that's how you go out. This motherfucking ship took its destiny in its own hand. Some destiny. What you know about destiny, Big Chop? What you ever control? I control my life. Yeah, man. Mike Tyson said he was mad than a motherfucker. What does that mean? Shout out to Christian Boswell. He know his movies. Mike Tyson's mad at what? My impression? Don't say that. That motherfucker be looking for me at fight. Yeah, okay. I heard you on live stream. You was on the stream talking. You was talking. Say the same jokes. Like, don't tell me Mike looking for me and shit. Yeah, okay, you Mr. Funny Guy. Okay. Tell me some more of them jokes. Hell no. Mike's mad than a motherfucker at what? Why you say that? Like, I'm a beat your ass. It's not spinal. No more spinal. All right, let's do a roll call. Hey, Ego, I heard Mike was looking for you. Well, he want to take a picture with the young god. He want to take a picture with the young god. Shout out to Mike Tyson. Catskill, Brownsville, never ran, never will, but will kill. Oh my gosh. Goodwill, that's how we hunting. H-Town, stand up. Coatesville, PA, stand up. 610, roll call. We about to do that roll call. Murderworth, Texas. In this, Jersey. West Coast 831 Watsonville, Central California. This is DJ Easy on the station that slaps you. Dallas, Texas 214 ATL. Anchorage, Alaska, I see you, baby. 214 I see you, baby. Santa Monica 310. Jacksonville, Mississippi 469. Seattle, Washington, originally from San Diego 858. Say it backwards. Just like where I'm from, the 707. Say that backwards. Kansas City, Delaware, Los Angeles, Sacramento, California 916-901. Subscribe to my shooter's channel, King Corleone. He does battle rap. He's a shooter, so he will clap. I said he does battle rap, and he will clap. That's in either ring. Let's get it. Christian Boswell, B More. Shout out to B More. I'm really liking Tank out of B More. I think he's a good fighter. Can't wait for his next fight. 540, Kansas City, Missouri, Richmond, Renton, WA, 520, Southern, AZ, 323. Hit the like button. Chicago, West Garfield Park. Someone said they had my girl crib. Lie detector test determined that was a lie. 826 Austin, Texas, 713-313, Coatesville, PA, 610. Let's get it. Gang, gang. We're going to talk about Anthony Johnson. It ain't over, motherfuckers. That's my shit on that Ice Cube. Oh, it ain't over, motherfuckers. Listen. Say when. Say when. Y'all want to talk? Say when. Inspired by Boschke, my chariots to fight. Everybody took shots at my body up, I'm tired. Jay-Z flows, though he's no bigger Pac, but he close to I'm supposed to when they got me fighting ghosts. Media metal, niggas sue you settle. Oh my gosh, okay. Let's get it. Let's talk about it. Anthony Johnson. Bring that ass here, boy. Alright. New media. Believe in that. Death Row East, believe in that. It is so funny that regarding this topic, you have fighters, professional fighters, good fighters, trainers, former champions, and they're saying what we saying on this side, the real side. But you have a lot of other YouTubers that are going to tell you, oh, new media, they're not telling the truth. Oh, Ego's channel, he's spewing lies. Oh, Ego, he's a spin doctor. They're going to say that. But they don't believe that, and we don't believe that. Listen, Joseph Parker, just the latest professional fighter to come out and give his 2 cents. You know what he said? 1, he's picking Wilder by knockout to beat AJ. That's his opinion. He said, I could be wrong, but I think I like Wilder in that fight. I like his intangible, unpredictable. He has range and he has freakish power. That's one thing he said. Second thing that Joseph Parker, who was Anthony Johnson's last fight, he says that, you know what? Let me read the quote because we're on new media. We try to be as efficient as possible. And I want to give it to you. Regarding AJ rejecting the 50 mil, Joseph Parker says, I'm surprised. After the fight with me, Anthony Joshua called Deontay Wilder out, but it seems to me he keeps changing his tone despite Wilder clearly wanting the fight. Deontay Wilder wants to unify the division. I speak to him often, and I can really sense that passion that he wants to be the undisputed champion. Joshua wants to unify too, but I don't think he is ready. I don't think he is ready for Deontay Wilder. Joshua wants to take that fight at the right time for him. End quote. That's from Joseph Parker, who is a heavyweight fighter, who is the last person that Joshua has faced, right? Why is it that what I'm saying, we have a ton of fighters, they're saying it. A lot of what old media and all that other bullshit, Nas and all that other bullshit y'all was listening to when it comes to this boxing game, nobody's saying what you're saying. except for fans in the comment section. But we don't care about the fans in the comment section commenting, because they're not the ones who, we don't know none of your credentials. What fight have you went to live? What fight have you covered live? What do you know about boxing? How many predictions have you got right versus wrong? We don't know these things about you, you know? So I would rather entrust pro fighters. They've been in the ring. Pro trainers. They're teaching someone that's in the ring. They've been through training camps. People with respected credentials in the boxing game. Not just media credentials like getting into fights, but people who've been on the platform and have succeeded, like YouTube. They've been a writer for a website, and you know what I mean, their articles get love, stuff like that. So it's just funny. He said it. He just said, that's Joseph Parker's actual quote. He says, I don't think Joshua is ready for Wilder. So how is it that, you know, and this is how I know it's a lot of, like, I'm just going to say it. UK, I love you, but it's a lot of motherfuckers from the UK who are perpetuating this shit. Straight up. Like, I don't try to put a standard, because I know that it's not just UK. I know there's a lot of people from the UK who are willing to be objective, but a lot of this energy is coming from the UK. It's cool if this is your countryman. It's cool if you want him to win. It's cool if you like and support UK fighters. But be honest with yourself. The worst thing you could do is lie to thyself. Lie to yourself. See, that's something that I try not to do. If I'm fucking up, then I'm fucking up. And I have those hard conversations with myself. Like Michael Jackson said, the man in the mirror, I'm gonna make a change. For what's in my... Y'all need to make that change. Y'all need to make that change. Look at that man in the mirror, or woman if you're a woman, or there might be, it's 2018, transgender, whatever you are. So if you're a transformer, you a Trans Am, look at that person in the mirror and just be real with that person. Because when the lights cut off, when the cameras cut off, when the record button is cut off, that's who you have to sit with. Me, I'm comfortable in my skin. Anywhere I go, I'm comfortable because I know I'm putting my best foot forward. I know I'm being honest with myself. There ain't gonna be a motherfucker that said, "Oh, ego, he's changed. He's no longer the same person, or he's acting totally different." And if they are saying that, they don't know me. They don't know me, or never really truly knew me, because I'm the same OG. I'm the same person, and I sleep well at night because I'm being honest with myself. So I'm not worried about it. Like I said, truth always comes out. But it's just so funny that these guys copy each other. Like all this old media shit. Damn ego, you talk like you were raised by your mother and father. I have both parents. My parents are still married to this day. They've been married longer than I've been on earth. So yeah, I was raised by both parents. So I got the feminine side, you know what I mean, when my dad was away. Got to understand women, being around my sister. I have one older sister, one older brother. So being around that, my older brother was like sometimes at jobs. So being in a household where if my dad went, he was in the military. If he went TDY, got stationed in Thailand or some shit, right? Then it was me and my sister and my mom. You know what I'm saying? So I got that side. Got to understand women, how they work, how they operate, because you're around that. My older brother was running out, fucking bitches, whatever he was doing, right? And then my dad, great dad, what could I say? So yeah, I was raised by both parents, and they're still married, so that's why I try to be sensible. Big up to Ego's parents. Yeah, man, they brought me in this world. I know some of that makes some of y'all mad, but I love my parents. Love you, mom and dad. I'm doing this for y'all. But I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, how come nobody's corroborating the bullshit y'all motherfuckers is talking about at all? You know, yet Joseph Parker, Tyson Fury, Lennox Lewis, Ego Valley, you know what I'm saying? All these motherfuckers, all like my shooters, like everybody else, because Dan Rayfield of ESPN, everyone else is kind of on the same page with this. But them, some of these other channels and writers and fans, ooh, and this is how I know, excuse me, this is how I know they're full of shit, because they all recycle the same shit. like even the same terminology. They'll be like, oh, the fucking Wilder's ducking, he's chicken leg ducking. You Americans, you're deluded. Like deluded. That's like the, just go into any boxing forum talking about this and go look at all the fucking comments, and the ones not like, you'll find a good percentage of the ones that are blaming this on Wilder, and they talking about something about the word, and they're using the word deluded. Just watch it. Wow. Shout out to Town Business, Bay Area shit, 510 shit. He said, well, it's the longest 24 hours. How come Anthony Johnson ain't been stripped? Once again, see how this is what I'm saying. So the WBA cock blocked the fight. Shelly Finger was like, yo, 2 small changes, we good. Wilder's in, we're gonna send it back to you on Friday. They said it's Sunday, Monday, right? And then the WBA cock block, nope, never. You guys took too long already. It's over. Fight Povetkin, 24 hours, right? Completely intruded on the negotiations, which I've never seen. I've never seen a sanctioning body not release a deadline like, yo, if y'all don't agree by the 4th of July, it's going to a purse bid, right? And the first time in history that I can recall where there was no known dates from both sides, both camps or whatever, or if Eddie Hearn had the information, I don't ever remember him making it public knowledge, right? So all of a sudden it's this miraculous 24-hour timer, right? Bay Area stand up. Yee! Shout out to California, yay. See, California is a melting pot. We will tell you how it is. That's how we raised, especially in the Bay. I mean, no disrespect to LA. I love LA, but the Bay Area, we will tell you about yourself. We will let you know. Like, that's just what it is. We fresh, we cultured. You know what I mean? Like, see, I just kicked it. My boy had a baby shower today. My partners wouldn't allow me to be fake as fuck. You know what I'm saying? They will roast me. Like, if that's why I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I can't do this type of stuff. I can't like be a known liar and then I gotta look fans in the eyes when I see him at fights and they be like, man, this motherfucker, he just saying whatever. You know what I'm saying? I gotta stand for something. That's just what it is. And again, just like Town Business said, right? Anthony Johnson, the WBA got in the middle and cock blocked this whole negotiation when it looked like we were close to having a fight. But why hasn't Povetkin been announced as the official opponent? Why don't we have a date? Why don't we have a venue? Why aren't we ready to go with that fight? Explain that. They said it was 24 hours. So you got in the middle of it, and it doesn't sound like it's the same type of rush that you claimed was going on, right? So I'm not the smartest brother in the world, but today is Sunday. As of right now, today is Sunday, July 1st. So if it was about 24 hours, right, then why didn't we have Povetkin announced, the Povetkin fight announced by now? If Wilder said we're going to send the contract on Friday and then the WBA intercepted, then why isn't the fight announced? Where's the signing? Show the paperwork. Put the contract on the internet. See? There's too many questions. That's why you dudes look stupid. If you're going to do all that to intercept and block the fight and say, hey, you guys have 24 hours. We're sick of waiting. Give your mandatory Povetkin his shot. You did all that, yet the fight still hasn't been announced. Man, I am not buying DAZN. I might buy DiGiorno, but I'm not buying DAZN. Like, not for this fight, and I'll think about it for future fights, but it got to be some better shit. I'm not buying it for Amir Khan, Samuel Vargas. I don't even know if it's going to be on there, but I'm not buying it for fights like that. Eddie Hearn, Matchroom, y'all got to step that up. That DAZN shit is dead out here until you start giving the fans what we want. I told you, this is Death Row East. Believe in that. All these UK motherfuckers, be prepared. America, we still are bigger than you. So at the end of the day, make sure this is what you want. You want to go against America in that way, right? You want to listen. And this is the arrogance of, to me, Eddie Hearn. The pompous attitude, right? You're going against America? You're not going to give us the fight we want and then offer Wilder some kind of DAZN $5 million fight when you didn't want to give up your cash cow who you're claiming wants that fight more than anything, and you expect me to you expect Wilder, for one, to take your $5 million app and be one of the spearheads to jumpstart DAZN. You know what I mean? An established name, a knockout artist who's fun to watch. You want him to be on your network. Boxing is bigger in the UK. I don't give a fuck. America's bigger. So at the end of the day, don't start a war unless you got. They told me don't start a war unless I got my money right. Well, I got my money right. So if that's what they want, then that's fine. But I'm gonna hit them where it hurts, in the pocket. I'm not getting DAZN. Give me what I want as a boxing fan. I'll get DAZN. I'm gonna take a stand for that. Yeah. Town Business said, "What up, Chris? Let my dude Ego kick that game." Man, you dudes is getting clobbered. Like I have to use, like, I can't even use regular words that I normally would use to talk about this ass whipping. I gotta get special. Remember them old episodes of Batman where he had the jumpsuit with the leotard tight ass fit, and it'd be like crash, bang, clobber. I gotta use words like that because that's how you guys are getting beat to a fucking pulp. Clobbered, thrashed, fisticuff. You guys are getting demolished when it comes to this ass whooping of sides and politics or whatever. Because you break it down to the most simplistic term. The most simplistic term, or not even term, most simplistic point. Who says no to $50 million? There's not much I wouldn't say that I would say no to. If this was already my job and I got offered $50 million to do something I already would have to do, then who wouldn't? You know what I'm saying? Who wouldn't? If you already did that job and you got $50 million guaranteed, now I'm not talking about like advertisers and sponsors and all this extra shit, because this ain't the UFC. I'm gonna say it again. This ain't the UFC. Boxers can still get sponsors and all types of shit like that, right? So on top of all that, on top of the pay-per-view back-end money, if this is $100 million, all that, despite that, you could get $50 million, right? And you're gonna turn that down? Like I said, how you turn down $50 million for something you already do? How you ask for $50 million and then they somehow come up with it, right? You never asked for proof of funds, but you made it sound like there was no proof of funds, but you later said you didn't ask for it, right? And then you say, oh, I do. It's a lot of double talk. Oh, how do we know the money's real? And then Deontay Wilder keeps saying, oh, the money's there. Money's all there. Money's in the bag. Oh, we didn't ask for proof of funds. Then what the fuck are you even asking? Like, why would you even ask or suggest that the money's not real if you're not willing to research and do the proper procedures to provide security to see that the funds are actually legit? Because again, people, when they don't want the answer, when they don't want the truth, they'll live in denial. He knows Al Haymon. This motherfucker Drake is writing bars, or Quentin Miller's writing bar, one of them motherfuckers, on Drake's new album Scorpion, and he's shouting out Al Haymon in a verse. I don't hear the most popular UK artist, Men's Not Hot and all that, talking about Eddie Hearn in a verse. You know what I mean? Drake's album, just for you guys, I'm not trying to act like a Drake stan, but he makes good music. But Drake's album, they said, is doing 10 million streams per hour. 10 million streams per hour in these opening days. That's how many streams he has. I was on Spotify, and the amount of total listens or whatever the fuck is ridiculous. And you got this man Drake, who's the biggest artist, at least for the rap right now, and he's talking about Al Haymon. He said, yeah, Al Haymon signed all my checks, every event. Al Haymon is the shit. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the fuck he's saying. And he's like, yeah, I'm getting Al Haymon checks on all of my events, right? Drake's talking about Al Haymon. He ain't like, and then Eddie Hearn got me the best deal. I'm on a concert. I can feel the mega appeal. Like, he's not, you know, he's not bringing up Eddie Hearn. And he damn sure ain't rapping about no fucking DAZN. Let's go, man. Bars. Okay. I never heard Drake like, yeah, I opened my phone, got on DAZN, opened that app, and I seen that I was streaming with Anthony. Like, you know, he's not rapping about no fucking DAZN and shit. Open my phone, DAZN was on Anthony Povetkin. Like, he, you know what I mean? Smith and Wesson shooting with Povetkin. Like, he's not rapping about that. Motherfucker from Canada, he's not even from America, so you can't be like, oh, Americans stick together. He's motherfuckers from Canada, and he talking about an American entrepreneur in Al Haymon. He not talking about no fucking DAZN Povetkin fight. And then Eddie Hearn made the AJ and Povetkin Anthony Johnson shooting this weapon. Like, he's not doing that, but he is talking about Al Haymon, right? So what the fuck are y'all even tell me? I knew Ego wrote for Drake. Y'all tripping. But I'm just saying, you guys get what I'm saying? Like, Al Haymon is big business. All these other motherfuckers, listen, Al Heyman's black, deal with it. And he got an overbite, deal with it. But he's the man, he be on that Denzel. Yeah, okay. Ha ha ha. Right? But the man's a boss, deal with it. You gotta, it's just what they say in the battle rap. That's just something you gotta deal with. That's just something you gotta deal with. You gotta deal with it. I know a lot of you racist motherfuckers mad and shit. Oh, Al Haymon, he's a cancer. Al Heyman's a tumor of boxing. Shut your dumb ass up. You the tumor of boxing, cause you won't keep it real. Motherfuckers always got something to say. Oh, Al Haymon ruining, but motherfucker, you ruining boxing, cause you don't want to see good fights. What's ruining boxing more? Al Haymon giving us Robert Easter Jr., Mikey Garcia, lightweight unification, or yo dumbass who's trying to prevent Joshua from fighting Wilder? What's really ruining boxing? Okay. I told y'all don't want it, man. Y'all getting lit up with an extendo clip. I got that 30 dick. Oh my gosh, y'all got that. We put that extendo on the bottom. And y'all just getting sprayed, and y'all can't do nothing about it. You guys sound stupid. Nobody supports you. Nobody believes you. And even the people that do support you, just so you know, it's going to be for a short time. I promise you. I'll make sure of that. I'll make sure that this is very short-lived, because the truth is going to come out eventually. You know what I mean? There's too many people that are on the case. You know, new media, LDBC kicking y'all ass. Y'all just getting destroyed and getting fucked up everywhere, every which way. That's bad when you gotta say every which way. Motherfucker, you getting destroyed every which way. And the fans see it, so I don't even, just give it up. Who the fuck is K-Rod? He need that work? Who's K-Rod? He's talking shit? I don't even know if I want to waste my time today, man. I got shit to do. I don't know if I want to do a hot seat. These dudes are like, they're not talking about nothing. It's going to be something stupid. Smash the like button, people. We just grinding, having fun with it. But the vampire stream. At the end of the day, the fans aren't stupid. We see what's going on. Fighters aren't stupid. That's why you see there Joseph Parker. Tyson Fury says he believes that Wilder, his style is all wrong for Anthony Joshua, and he's going to chip him up. And what was his exact words? He says that Tyson Fury says that Joshua will get sparked out or some shit like that. He'll get chinned. That's what he said. He said he'll get chinned. Joshua will get chinned by Wilder, and Eddie Hearn knows that Wilder's style is all wrong for AJ, so they're prolonging it. That's what Tyson Fury says. So you got to ask yourself, how come even guys from the UK, like actual fighter, I'm not talking about UK fucking weak ass YouTube channels. I'm talking about people who are like have a voice, like we know their credentials in this game. They're even saying this. But somehow these other people can't see it. And I see it. I get an overview of it. There's a lot of coons from America that are just trying to say whatever to appease the crowd. because they think that's the way. Hold on. Listen, something's happening with this stream. Fuck, hold on. I don't know what's going on. Is the stream... I think we have too many people, like... Is the stream choppy to y'all? Is the stream clear or choppy? Just type clear or choppy. Because on my end, it looks like it's fucking up. It's a little bit distracting. Clear or choppy? Because my side looks fucked up. So it's like just a mixed bag like that. Alright, I think I might have fixed it. Everybody can hear me? Alright, we'll keep rocking. It looks like it might have fixed up. But yeah, man, the people, the reality is people, the fans aren't, we're the paying consumer. The fans aren't stupid. They see what's going on. So they're not going to just buy into whatever's being said. And Eddie Hearn, like, I try to give people the maximum chance at success. Because if there's one thing I know, it's this boxing game. Because unlike other channels, I'm out there for the people. Like, and I'm not trying to sound like a politician, but I get out there, I meet people, I talk to people, I go to gyms and stuff. So I have a pretty good idea of the pulse of the boxing community. I try to respond to people on Instagram. I have a good following there, 80,000 almost, you know, or 70,000, whatever. And I'm you know, the people's champ. So I have a good idea. And in my opinion, the more Eddie Hearn does interviews, he's better off just dropping it at this point, because you can't beat what's already been said. What's been said is already out there. So the more, if this is, he's a grown man. Grown ass man. He could do whatever he wants. I'm just giving you my honest thoughts from being here in the mix with fans. The more he talks about this fight, the worse it's getting, because it's just so much has been said already. He's better off just saying Joshua is fighting Povetkin. Y'all motherfuckers deal with it and focusing on that. Povetkin is this, but da-da-da-da. Don't even talk about Wilder. Because the more you do, it looks bad. You know, Eddie Hearn had the audacity to do an interview with Behind the Gloves talking about he doesn't even like the Povetkin fight. You know you're lying now. I'm lying about what? What am I lying about? This should be fun. You can't separate fact from opinion. Okay, how can I? See how these dudes... Okay, so that one wasn't one. K-Rod, who can't separate fact from opinion? Please tell me you're talking about me. I would love to do a hot seat right now. Smash the like button. I'm gonna get one of you motherfuckers today. I gotta catch me a body. I got plenty of shooters in here too. I need you to answer something. This is an open forum live stream. You can type whatever you want. You don't have to ask for permission. Hey, can I ask you a question? It's not formal like that. I see questions as I go. I just try to, if I'm not in mid-thought, then I try to read them. Hey, Ego, I need to ask you a question right now. Like, just type your question. It's a stream. Motherfuckers, you know that little, when you go places, it had that little red ticket dispenser and they get a number. That's what that dude. I'm number 32, but I'd like to ask you a question when you have a minute. It's not formal like that. It's a live stream. Ask me whatever. You don't have to grab a ticket like Beetlejuice and switch it out and get your head shrunk. People keep saying, why? Hold on. There's so much happening. Why do you say Fury didn't want the Wilder fight Didn't he get in the ring with him? K-Rod, when did I ever say that? When did I say Fury doesn't want to fight Wilder? Please tell me when I even said that. Y'all motherfuckers just make up shit. When did I ever say that Fury doesn't want? We're not even talking about Fury. Oh, so it's not me. Man, these dudes always back off the block. I never said Fury never wanted to fight. I'm not even talking about Fury. Man, like I said, King Corleone, let him live a little bit longer. I'll study his behavior. We'll let him survive for now. But they know they're in that pressure cooker. They in that pressure cooker. Like, listen. Like, I'm not worried about it. I really am not. I'm going to just keep speaking my gospel, talking to my crowd, Ego's Army, continue being right as much as possible through providing accuracy, and then we'll see where it ends up. But there's just too many. At this point, there's no turning back. We know what happened. Because, again, take this down to one of the most simplistic points. Eddie Hearn wants to focus on, oh, why does it take 2 weeks to respond, and if you had 2 small things on Monday, why would it take till Friday? Fuck all that, because that's this big. The better question is, who or why would you turn down $50 million to fight in the U.S.? And the only answer that we have on record that I know of for why they turned down $50 million is the UK fans, which is a crock of horse shit. Love you, UK fans, but if you think that listen, I'll blow your mind right now with this. If y'all want me to blow your mind, can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? I'll prove that that's not the real reason. That only is not the real reason. If y'all want me to prove it, we'll do a simple test. If y'all want me to blow your mind, can I get a hell yeah? I got work today. I got work for y'all today. I need a couple more hell yeahs and we'll get it cracking. I'm gonna blow your mind. Yo. One second, yo. I'm trying to clean this stream up. Okay. I apologize. I'm trying to, the stream looked like it was having some issues, so I'm trying to clean it up so it's running a little bit smoother. All right, I'm gonna blow your mind with this point right here. All right, quick vote. If you could see one fight next, put the last name of the opponent out of these two. So don't put anyone else out of these two. Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder, put Wilder, or Anthony Joshua versus Alexander Povetkin. If you only had to see one this year, September through October, put Wilder or Povetkin, whichever fight you prefer. We'll just do a quick poll. If you could only see one this year for the remainder of the year. Okay, look how the fans are voting. Keep voting a little bit longer. Wilder or Povetkin if you could only see one in 2018. Okay, so point proven. I just looked at all the comments, and anybody watching the replay of this will be able to see the comments. Just go to the live chat portion where you see the box, and you'll be able to see what people are saying. Or you can see it in the video because I have it set up like that. But just so you know, there's no tampering with it. YouTube has the functionality where you can see the live chat scroll, right? Literally almost everyone put Wilder. So why are we not getting the fight next? If Joshua cares so much about the fans and everyone that just voted, and Eddie Hearn can put this on his Twitter, Anthony Joshua could say, hey, and do the same poll on his Twitter. If you think, oh, you don't have enough subs, or this is the reason, this is just Ego's armies voting like this, tell them to put it on their Twitter, right? So a striking amount of people just said Wilder. So how is it that many people want to see Wilder over the Povetkin fight if they only could choose one for this year and another fight had to wait until 2019? Everyone voted Wilder. Yet Joshua is so much about the fans, so much about the UK fans, that he is willing to take a major price cut. Come on. If you're about the fans, you're about the fans. How are you about the fans where you're willing to take a $10 to $30 million price cut, potentially more? We don't know until the numbers are all tabulated. You're willing to take $10 to $30 million pay cut, but you're not even willing to give the fight fans the number one fight that they want to see, or the fight that they would prefer for 2018. So you can't tell me you're doing it for the fans, because if you're all in it for the fans, you would have came to America for $50 million. There's more American fans than there are UK fans. But even in the UK, I think the UK fans, I haven't even really heard a buzz for the Povetkin fight like that. It's not a terrible fight. It's not like the worst fight. It's not like, you know what I mean? Like, there's some danger there to it. But in the grand scheme of things, I haven't heard anyone that says they prefer Povetkin to Wilder for Joshua's next opponent, right? So how are you going to say you're doing it for the UK fans? Wouldn't the UK fans probably prefer the Wilder fight, the bigger fight, the fight that's going to get you to the next level of stardom if you beat Wilder? I don't know. The fight that will establish you as the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, meaning not Tyson Fury, not Daniel Dubois, not Tony Yoka, not any of these other motherfuckers in the heavyweight division can say they have a belt or a real belt. So why wouldn't, with all those things considered, why wouldn't you, if you're all about the fans, which is why you're willing to, as the guy who self-proclaimed wanted to be a billionaire, why are you willing to take that type of pay cut for the fans, but you're not even willing to give the fight that the fans want to see? And the fight with the most implications. Again, there's no one that could convince me beating Povetkin, who lost to Klitschko, a guy that Joshua has beaten by stoppage, is a more important fight for the heavyweight division or has greater implications. Povetkin is a mandatory. He's solid, he has power, he has a gold medal, but who cares? He's not a champion. So the implications for that fight are nowhere near Wilder. Plus, stylistically, Wilder's an inch taller, good jab, athletic. Povetkin is a couple of inches, probably 2 inches or so shorter, has a loss. Wilder has no losses. Wilder's taller. Wilder has more power. You know what I mean? So it's an interesting stylistic matchup, because you could say Joshua's more technical, but Wilder has more power. Wilder's an inch taller, but Joshua has great experience and a gold medal, and Wilder only has a bronze. You know, you can go back and forth. But majority of the people I've seen think that Joshua should, at this point, beat Povetkin. Povetkin hasn't even been that active, to be honest. And then when he has been active, it hasn't been against high level. It hasn't even been against a Dillian White. Here, pop quiz, hot shot. What do you do? Pop quiz. Name the year and the last person that Povetkin thought that was a top-rated challenge. Someone who had momentum, somebody who not just had a name, but they had momentum, like a Dillian White. Dillian White's doing well for himself. Name the last person Povetkin fought that you would say had that type of momentum and meant that for the heavyweight division. I'll wait. Come on, you guys got all the answers. I'm the one full of shit. New media full of shit. So tell me that. Name the last guy Alexander Povetkin fought who you felt had strong momentum going into that fight and had a chance to really beat Povetkin, or had a chance to get a title in the division. Like, you think they could beat a champion type of guy. You know what I mean? Like let's say Dillian White. Dillian White, he's a perfect example of someone who's knocking on the door of a title shot. You know what I mean? Knocking on the door of a title shot. Who's the last person that Povetkin fought that's as good as a Dillian White, Joseph Parker, or anything? I just want to know. You guys tell me. I'm the one that's biased, right? Talk him? Okay, so you just said tack him. You don't know shit about boxing because Povetkin stopped tack him. Sit your ass down. Okay. He stopped tack him. How is that? How is Tack'em have anywhere near the momentum of a Dillian White? You explain that to me. Povetkin stopped Tack'em. And then before that, who did Tack'em fight where you would say he had Dillian White type of experience or momentum? I don't care if he stopped him in a good fight or a bad fight. So who had Tack'em fought? See, you guys, y'all keep playing the game. You won't win. Oh my gosh. I'm on my J shit. Y'all trying to play a game. You won't win. Quit playing this childish game with grown men. Oh my gosh. I got apartments you can put your home in. Can I live? Listen. You plan to bang, I plan to bang too. Let's go. Who had Tack'em fought when he fought Povetkin that gave him this momentum where you would say he's like in it like a... Okay, he beat Tony Thompson via 12-round unanimous decision. He had a draw with Mike Perez. Michael Grant knockout. He fought Jakov Gospic, I don't know who that is. Francois Botha in 2012 after he had been past his prime. So you tell me. I'm looking at this shit right now. Okay. Jay-Z dissing gang. He was dissing. Eddie Chambers. What? When did Tack'em fight Eddie Chambers? I'm on his box rec right now. I don't see Eddie Chambers. So what are you talking about? You plan to bang, I plan to bang too. When did he fight Eddie Chambers? What year was that? Well, he was a... So you're saying Povetkin fought Eddie Chambers and he was... Oh, cause so you guys left Tack'em. You jumped ship on Tack'em. Okay. Okay, he fought Eddie Chambers January 26, 2008. Are you fucking kidding me? Povetkin fought Eddie Chambers in 2008. Some of y'all motherfuckers hadn't even graduated high school. I don't even think some of y'all was even born. Y'all was in a fetus like that. So you're telling me about a guy, you're telling me about Eddie Chambers, who lost to Klitschko, and Eddie Chambers Povetkin win from 2008, and it's 2018. That's what you want to tell me. You want to tell me about a win from 10 years ago, right? Now, don't get it twisted. You still got, like, just because Floyd beat Gotti a long time ago doesn't erase it from the memory. But I asked you to name a guy that Povetkin fought with momentum, and the only person that you name is someone from 10 years ago, a whole ass decade. Yeah, that's what you telling me, huh? So you couldn't name nobody from 2012, 2016, 2017. You had to name someone from 2008, huh? Shout out to Clay Rodriguez. He said, I graduated in 2008. See, these dudes is bums. They just say shit. You gonna tell me about a win? Like, okay, do the same question of Floyd Mayweather. Name someone that Floyd Mayweather beat that had momentum. Shit, you could say a ton of people. You know what I mean? Pacquiao was on win streak. He's a Hall of Famer. You could say Conor McGregor. He avenged his Nate Diaz loss or whatever. You could say Maidana just put a whooping on Broner. You know what I'm saying? Ricky Hatton was undefeated. I don't have to go to 2008. Canelo was undefeated, right? I don't have to go back to the Gotti fight to to think of somebody. Cotto had just avenged the fight with Antonio Margarito, who was arguably cheating the first fight. Shane Mosley had just knocked out Antonio Margarito. Ego making me feel like a young piece of shit. Nah, you should celebrate your youth. That's cool. I'm just saying, like, you should. Why would you? That's like even Canelo. Canelo has a good resume. So if you say name someone that Canelo has a victory from, I don't have to go to Matthew Hatton, Ricky Rowe, or Ryan Rowe. I don't have to go way back then. I can tell you recent win. You know what I mean? He knocked out Kirkland. Kirkland had beaten Glenn Tappy. He had a bit of a layoff. You could say Austin Trout. You could say Lada, even though I thought he lost that fight. Liam Smith was a champ. You know what I mean? You can say something else. You don't have to go back to 2008. I know that much. Chris Driver, you in the hot seat. Step your mark ass up. Chris Driver, we gonna drive you into the ground 6 feet under in this hot seat. He said, come on, who has Wilder fought then? He just fought Luis King Kong Ortiz this March. Okay. You're up. You see how you asked me a question and I just told you within seconds? Name a person with momentum. Luis Ortiz was undefeated. Luis Ortiz has a win over Bryant Jennings. He decapitated Tony Thompson. Knocked out Dave Allen, who Tony Yoka, a rising star, just fought. Right? So there's your answer. You see how I didn't have to hesitate? I don't have to go back to 2008. Chris Driver, strike one. He says one fighter. Ha ha ha. You listen. You said names. So he said who has Wilder fought? I told you so. And now you saying one fighter don't count. You gotta do better than that. Strike one. What else you got? See how they try to move the goalposts? You said name somebody. I named somebody, and I didn't have to go back to 2008. I didn't have to get Marty McFly and Doc, and get in a DeLorean to go 10 years ago. No. Strike two. You're not answering none of my questions, and you said, one fighter. Who else has he fought then? Strike two. You don't. So you think you're just gonna sit here in my stream, ask me a question, and then just keep asking me questions without answering any of mine? Strike two. This is easy. That is not how this game works. I answer your question with no hesitation, but you are definitely hesitating when it comes to answering my questions, right? You go, okay, name someone else. No. You answer some of my questions. You answer my... That's how this game goes. You said it was going to be easy, Chris. You said it was going to be easy. See? This is how we know. So who wants to fight, Chris? We'll start there. No, Wilder's a pussy. Strike three. Listen, you didn't even make it to the question. You ain't talking about nothing. Shooter, get him out of here. Wilder's a pussy. Okay. Well, you're out. 3 strikes, you're out. I didn't even get to fully let you answer the question because you chose to, instead of listening and waiting, you just wanted to get called out. You just wanted to get clipped up. So My man Ronald Finkley handled that. That's how that works. Wilder's a pussy. So you could just go around in the chat room just saying whatever. First of all, he said, who did Wilder fight, right? I say Luis Ortiz, no hesitation. And then I ask him a question. He doesn't answer my question. And then I say, hey, you got 2 strikes because these are 2 infractions. You got 2 strikes. I'm going to ask you a question again, so don't get a 3rd strike. And then he said Wilder's a pussy. Like, so you said Wilder didn't fight no one. I told you who he fought in recent memory, not 10 years ago. And then now you're still saying he's a pussy. That's easy work. Why is he a pussy if he just knocked out the boogeyman? If he just knocked the boogeyman out, or one of them. He is, now fuck the one of them. He is the boogeyman. Luis Ortiz is a good ass fighter. And see, the danger with Luis Ortiz is he's not like let's say you fight Joshua. If you fight Joshua, you might get a career high payday. So even if you get knocked out by Joshua, there's a threat. Joshua has good power. But at the end of the day, at least you're getting paid, compensated wise for it. But you fight Luis Ortiz, you might get your fucking noodle knocked out. You might get your kufi knocked off. But you're not getting crazy money. This shit is easy, man. Smash the like button. We working. We killing these chumps in this live chat, man. We not on that. 2018, take no prisoners. We ain't taking no prisoners. No prisoner. Everyone just type no prisoners, because that's what we not taking. We not taking no prisoners. Wilder's the boogeyman. Nobody has turned down $50 million for Ortiz fight. Hell nah. No one's gonna see, because then that would mean he was worth that money. So yeah, no one would. Hell no. No one would turn. Bro, I never even heard of that. Listen. Here's a question for you guys. Here's a question for you. Name a realistic welterweight fight where Floyd Mayweather could get a career high guaranteed payday. Guaranteed career high payday. A welterweight that you think he would pass up a career high guarantee to not fight them. Name somebody. So look at Floyd's best paycheck and then add some more money to that. And then tell me who Floyd Pacquiao Part 2. You sound stupid as fuck. Why would he pass up a fight that he already fought and he went 12 rounds with? You sound really stupid. Jay Stacks, you need to stack a little harder because you sound really retarded. How you gonna say a motherfucker? You said he would take a career high payday, which he already did versus Pacquiao, and he already beat Pacquiao. So what would? Cause Pacquiao fuck it up. Hey, get this dumbass Jay Stacks out of here. He don't belong to be in my presence right now. Get Jay Stacks out of here. Let him stack elsewhere. He's stacking up L's. Get him out of here. You talking about Pacquiao, but he already fought Pacquiao. So that doesn't even make sense. Oh yeah, Floyd would duck Pacquiao, but he already fought the motherfucker and went 12 rounds. He's one of them motherfuckers. If you watch the fight in slow motion, Pacquiao, he really landed more. But shut your dumb ass. Shut that soft ass shit up. It's like, hey, just clap K-Rod. He's been putting dumb shit since I started. K-Rod, clap him. Clap his ass. Oh my God, clap him. Somebody clap him. He don't get no hot seat. I seen him been putting dumb shit since I started. Clap him. K-Rod, you out. You get 0 strike. Everything you type is a strike, so you've been collecting strikes. Get K-Rod the fuck up out of here. Look, sorry y'all, we got the bouncers escorting another drunk motherfucker out the club. K-Rod's been putting foolishness since we started, so my bouncers got to take this drunk, inebriated fuck out of the live stream. K-Rod, don't ever show your face. My shooter's on that ass. Pause. Man, fuck that. We doing mass shoot. Never mind. Let me not say that. Fucking permit Patty called a cop. Oh, these mass shootings. Ego taker. Man, we're not here for the foolishness. You got to have a real life argument. I don't care if we differ in opinion. That's cool. But you got to be talking about something. Wow, there's a pussy. Okay, you blocked. You know what I mean? You're not talking about nothing. Smash the like button. We some straight predators. I might change that to predator ego. Never mind, that made me sound like I'm a pedophile. Scratch that. I didn't think that went through. I was thinking of like just the movie The Predator. But if I change my shit to predator ego, y'all gonna start starting rumors. Ego's on Megan's Law. He's raping little boys. Like, no. So scratch that. Don't change my name to predator ego. Fuck y'all. But that's what we doing, man. We like some straight predators in the jungle. They can't hang with what we doing, man. They can't hang the same. They can't hang the same. No, I'm not changing definitely not changing it to that shit. All types of rumors and breaking news. You know, people, wow. You know how them YouTube titles, how we be putting them titles. Wow. Breaking news. Eagles are fucking Chester. Like, what's a Chester the molester. He's a pedo. He's a TCAP. Like, what's TCAP? To catch a predator. Like, hi, I'm Chris Hansen. Have a seat. What are you doing here? Man, I came to help Shelly with her homework. Man, you a fucking lie. Why you naked? The fuck? Them pervs be like retarded. They be butt naked, like waiting on the bench, like on the bar stool, naked. And Chris Hansen, oh shit. They be like, what are you doing here? I came to help Shelly with her homework. Who are you? I'm like, what? You came to help her naked. So you're 46 years old. She's 13. Oh, I didn't know she was 13. And then motherfucker come out with the transcript. So I eat booty 69. That's not you. That's not your IP address. That's not your username. It says, hi, I'm Shelly. I'm 13 years old. I haven't started my period yet. That's not you. I eat booty. you know they're gonna get Denzel. Hey, Denzel would be dope on To Catch a Predator. He, yeah, okay. So, yeah, you say you didn't know the little girl was 13 years old, huh? I got the transcripts right here. Yeah. Everything you're telling me is 90% bullshit, but it's entertaining, so you entertain me with your. That's not you, huh? It says June 26th, I eat booty, huh? Yeah, I eat booty 69, huh? You 46 years old in a karate class, and it says I eat booty, huh? That's not you. That's what you mean to tell me. You think you can do this to kids? Denzel will go ham on them. I am not gonna bury my son. Damn, I got the John Q spit. I am not gonna bury my son. That's how Denzel be. Denzel be animated, boy. Denzel, I am not gonna bury my son. Like, damn, Zell, you trying to get an Oscar for everything you touch. It don't matter what Denzel in, he trying to get that Oscar. It'd be like, The Grinch That Stole Christmas starring Denzel. Yeah, okay, so you think you're gonna wake up on Christmas Day and open all them gifts, huh? Yeah, all right. Yeah, you think Santa Claus, you think I came all the way from the North Pole to give you gifts, huh? So there's starving kids in Africa. They don't have no running water. They don't have food. They don't have electricity. And you think Santa come to give you gifts? You think you can... Like, this November, Denzel is the Grinch that stole Christmas. Yeah, okay, you're a mean one, Mr. Grinch, huh? That's how... You're a mean one. That's how... Denzel would be... Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. I drove with a bunch of reindeers. Rudolph, they didn't let Rudolph play in any reindeer games. All the other reindeers, they got to play games. But guess what? Rudolph didn't, huh? You think Rudolph? Yeah, I came 10,000 miles to deliver these gifts. You just gonna leave cookies and milk, huh? You gonna leave? Yeah, okay. I flew 10,000 miles with a cranky reindeer, Rudolph. Yeah, you just gonna leave cookies and milk on the counter, huh? You just gonna yeah. You didn't see if I could have wanted a Hungry Man dinner, a Salisbury steak. I could have wanted all this food. You could have left me a slice of pizza. All you leave is sweets. You want my teeth to rot now. I am not the tooth fairy. You think you could do? Let me stop. Give me my fucking Oscar, man. I run boxing. Let's get it, man. Eagles Army. Impression King. Let's go. Okay. Hey, .com show. I'm done. He said, yeah, okay. You just gonna leave cookies and milk on the counter, huh? So I don't get no dinner, huh? That's how Denzel would be. Yeah, I don't get no dinner. Just straight dessert. Yeah. Hell no. How did we even get here with this Denzel shit? Denzel steals Christmas. Hey, Christian, I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to lure me into... He says, well, what about if Denzel met Eddie Hearn? See, you trying to keep this going. Y'all got to start paying me for these impressions. If he met Hearn, he would be like, yeah, okay, Eddie, you from Great Britain, huh? You claim Anthony Joshua, he wants this fight more than anything, huh? Yeah, Eddie, yeah, fast talking Eddie. I remember you from way back when you popped. You was like, yay big. You was like this big, huh? Yeah, when Barry had the company, huh? Matchroom Promotions. Yeah, I remember. You study your pops. You seen how he bamboozled the public. Now it's your time, huh? It's your time. That's how I do it. It's your time to bamboozle. Yeah, Anthony Joshua wants his fight more than anything, but he don't want to fight. He don't want to fight that man, Bronze Bomber Deontay Wilder, for $50 million. Do you know what I would do if I had $50 million? I would fight my own mama. But Anthony Johnson, he don't want to fight it. You think you could bamboozle me, huh, Eddie? Ed! Let's get it, man. Hey, you know what? I'm just gonna be real. This is just real. This is no diss to Anthony Joshua. I'm gonna be real. Anthony Joshua, he should be happy. Like, he's a good fighter, but he don't sell fights. Like, let me tell you what I'm trying to tell you, okay? He doesn't sell fights. Not saying he doesn't put asses in the seats sell. I'm saying he doesn't really do shit to encourage or entice people who weren't going to get the fight to buy the fight, i.e. Floyd Mayweather, right? Like, I supported Anthony Joshua's whole career. I'm like, okay, he's gonna fight Vladimir Klitschko. I know Vitaly, I know Vladimir, Dr. Steelhammer, I know all the Klitschkos. I've never been to Ukraine, but I know how it you know what I'm saying? So I wanted to see those fights because I wanted to see those fights, but he's not really doing anything to really build up. Like, he doesn't like excite me, like to get fights. Like, if I was already, like, let's say Klitschko fight Joshua Klitschko wasn't pay-per-view, or it is pay-per-view. I wanted to see the fight because I wanted to see it. Joshua, I don't even remember anything with the build-up. You get what I'm saying? I don't remember really anything. Did they do the gloves are off? I don't remember anything with the build-up, but I remember Mayweather McGregor build-up. I remember Mayweather press tour with Maidana, even, where Floyd Mayweather was, you know what I mean? They were in Texas. I remember the Canelo build-up. Floyd was like taking shots at Oscar De La Hoya in New York or at the press conference, wherever they were. He was like, the only reason I fuck with Golden Boy Promotions is that man over there, Richard Schaefer. He's the real Golden Boy. Oscar drunk. He in rehab. Richard Schaefer, he the real golden boy. You know what I'm saying? Like Floyd's gonna do those things. Definitely Floyd and Conor McGregor, them two together, they fed off. It's like Eddie Murphy and Martin in life. Eddie Murphy's funny as fuck on his own. Martin's funny as fuck on his own. So you put them in the same movie, then you know what I mean, you can expect some laughs. And same thing. Conor's a good talker, and he studied and copied some things from Floyd. But he holds his own, you know what I mean, in terms of the verbal battle. And then Floyd does that. He's been doing that. Creme de la creme, okay, easy work. You know what I mean? He does his thing. But that's my whole thing. So I think in this climate of boxing, personality and things, that's part of it. So AJ should feel very fortunate that the UK fans are very supportive, that he's been moved in the way he's been moved, and that he could even get $50 million, because truth be told, there's a lot of guys who are talented, but like they might not see that type of money because of, you know what I mean, just showmanship aspects. You know what I mean? Like Terrence Crawford, he's a great fighter. He's a top, I have him pound for pound #1, but maybe he doesn't get quite that much money. Maybe he doesn't get $50 million for a fight, even if he fights like Errol Spence or Thurman. I don't think he'll get 50 million. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't necessarily see that, because part of the game now, at least with streaming options and Fire Sticks and different shit, is the ability to entertain. Joshua seems like a very nice, classy, stay classy, my friend. You know what I mean? Humble dude, but he's not really much of a show. I mean, sometimes in the ring he'll stick his tongue out or something like he gonna give a chick, like go down on a chick or something. Just stick his tongue out, but that's it. Like he don't really have much of a build up. So that's cool. Some guys aren't like that, you know what I mean? Like I said, Terrence Crawford, he just does a lot of his talking in the ring. But I'm just saying, Anthony Joshua, he should be fortunate to even get offered $50 million, because realistically, aside from his fighting ability and the way he's been moved, he's not really like a showman, like where that money is gonna come free. Like, okay, you guys can say whatever you want. Wow, big time $5 super chat says AJ equals Aunt Jemima. I should turn this stream off because you said Aunt Jemima, and I keep thinking of that pancake mix box. She just y'all tripping. No, but I'm just saying, like, okay, this is just the reality of it. Conor McGregor, he got his ass whipped by Floyd. He could come back to the MMA and still do great paydays and great numbers, because he's a showman. He can fight, but he has that showmanship. So no matter what you think about, oh, Mayweather stopped you and all that, at the end of the day, he's still entertaining. People are gonna watch because same thing for Broner. Most people, they'll be like, okay, Broner might not be the top rated guy at 140, but he shut that soft ass shit up. Leonard Ellerby, you a bit, you know what I mean? His up and down relationship with Floyd and stuff, people are still gonna watch for those reasons. Same thing, Conor McGregor, he's coming off a loss, but I guarantee you people are gonna watch because he's entertaining. You know what I mean? AJ is being offered all this money that he might not be able to come across again. So I think he should have took it. You know what I mean? And all you have to do is give up. It's not like you're afraid of flying. You can't, like, you know, Pacquiao afraid of needle. He was just at the Golden State Warriors finals game. So you've been to America. DBN got an interview of you in the Mayweather gym. So you've been to Vegas before, because that's where the Mayweather gym is, and there's video footage of you. So it's a dangerous game fighting a guy like Povetkin in the midst of all of this, because, again, if you don't shine versus Povetkin, then you're seriously jeopardizing this type of money, because you're not like a Conor McGregor in the sense of people have the entertainment value outside of the ring type with the build-up. So they're definitely going to tune in no matter what. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what I see. Do you think Povetkin got enough power to knock out Josh? He got power, yeah. The power is power. He has power. He can hurt you. I mean, if Klitschko can hurt you, if Povetkin lands the right shot, he can hurt you for sure. He can hurt anybody in the heavyweight. So that's what I'm saying. Like AJ's not like a master. He hasn't mastered that showmanship side. So 50 million, that's a good amount of money. 50 million is a good amount of money. And you might not be able to get that again. Hold on, what the fuck? Hold on, y'all. Damn, there's some futuristic bugs and shit. I don't know what the fuck type of bug that was. I just seen some futuristic. It looked like a penny. It was like the same color as like a penny. And it just like came out of nowhere. What? Nah, it wasn't no fucking ant. That was like Ant-Man, the movie, Paul Rudd or some shit. That shit was hella weird. My bad. I don't know what the fuck, but you ever see that? Nah, I didn't know a fucking ghost. It was fucking Jeff Goldblum in The Fly. I didn't know what the fuck that was. I don't even know what I was talking about. I just stopped the whole stream. I'm like, what this motherfucker here? What is that? I never seen that bug. That was fucking the tick and shit. I don't know what that was. He was hella like lightweight. It was like Terry Crews of the insect world. He was hella diesel. What's up? You streaming? Nothing, just chilling. Came to make these sandwiches. Like, man, what the fuck? Fucking Beetle Man from the Fifth Flow. Like, who the fuck? What the fuck is that? Clenbuterol ass bugs. Hella why? Yeah, this Beetle Man from the Fifth Flow. Nothing, man. Just chilling. The fuck? Someone said, y'all ain't shit. Someone said Joe's Apartment. I know what you talking about. That old ass movie. Y'all ain't shit. Yeah, like I said, Beetlejuice 3 times. That shit. Michael Keaton ass bug. What the fuck? Sorry. No, I wish y'all could see this. This shit was hella big. Just, I got a new desk. Like, what the fuck? Where'd this come from? You dudes are getting slaughtered with this topic. I'm almost done talking about it, but we got to make money, you know what I mean, to further the channel and whatnot. Nancy Castro, what's up? We just talking, we just vibing out the vampire stream. Yeah, like I said, $50 million don't grow on trees, and now they're saying it's off the table. Now Wilder's back to the original 50-50. Shout out to B More. That money don't come on, you know what I mean? And like I said, Joshua's personality, I don't know if he could really produce that with anybody else at this current moment. I don't even know if Tyson Fury fight would be worth that, because they would fight in the UK. So who the fuck is gonna pay $50 million to see that in the UK? So I don't even think the Tyson Fury fight, it's a good fight, but I don't see it. And again, I'm just going to keep drilling these points because there's a lot of misinformation. A lot of people saying a bunch of bullshit regarding this fight. Another thing that's a problem is this. Just tell me, oh my gosh. We'll do a hot seat. Tell me right now I'm lying. I want you to. I want to do a hot seat. Shooters, be on the lookout, because we might have some fugitives after I say this. Y'all ready for this? If y'all ready for this, can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? Yo, can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? I gotta know that y'all still with me. Death Row East, believe in that. Alright. I need a couple more hell yes, man. If Team Joshua really and truly block Chris Ward, listen, when nobody's seen you show face and the first thing you say is some outlandish shit, Wilder's a bum, no description, no explanation, you're out of here. At least put why you feel that way. We're not doing this like bullshit game. And see, listen, this is a perfect example. I say, hey, if y'all want to hear this, could I say hell yeah? And then right in the middle of that, he says Wilder is a bum. So that's just more proof, further proof of what I'm talking about. These dudes ain't talking about nothing. He didn't even care what I had to say because he already has his mind made up. And that's how a lot of these suckers are. You know what I mean? They don't care it don't matter what I say, how valid, how factual. They're still going to say whatever they wanted to say anyway. So if they're going to say what they want to say, I'm going to say what the fuck I want to say. You know what I mean? Let's say I'm in court and I'm going to use King Corleone. King Corleone, you still in here? I'm going to use him for the example if he's still in here. King Corleone, you still in the chat right now? Okay, he's still here. I'm going to use him for this analogy. Okay. Let's say King Corleone gets a murder case, and then they're trying to say he pinned a murder on him. He's saying he's innocent. He's saying he didn't do it. But a Joshua fan, right, is in the court, and he believes that King Corleone did the murder, right? And I'm like, no, he didn't do the murder. I can prove it. And then he's like, murderer, in the middle of the court. So I just told you I could prove what I'm saying, and he's just yelling murderer in the courtroom before I even said it. So that tells you right then and there that it doesn't matter what I say. He has his mind made up that he did it. King Corleone did it. Because why? If I say, yo, I could prove King Corleone's innocence, I got the proper evidence, we got some forensic files, we got some testimony from forensic scientists, let's bring him to the stand and we'll get to the bottom of this. King Corleone is absolutely innocent. And you get up, murderer! You don't want the truth. You don't want to hear the truth. Because why would you interrupt the diatribe when I was just about to tell you? You get what I'm saying? So that proves right then and there that these dudes are suckers. They don't want the truth. That's why they're getting up yelling murderer before, hey, I could prove what I'm saying. Murderer! You don't want the reality. You don't want the truth. Period. Because you would be like, if you were completely neutral, you would be open to it. See, the fact of the matter is this. I've heard the opposing arguments. I heard what they had to say. And then I interpreted it. I'm like, bullshit. Doesn't make sense. So if you're really neutral, you're really objective, and someone's like, hey, I got a plan, I can prove to you what I'm saying, and you're just standing up, murderer, then you were never in search of the truth, because you would at least be willing to listen to the side of the argument. I've listened to their side of the argument, and it's a bunch of bullshit from what I've heard. I have not heard one person not recycle some shit. It's all the same. Oh, you American, you fucking Yanks are deluded. Shit get bang, your shit house get bang up, get chinned, you get sparked out, and a bunch of bullshit. Fuck that chat shit get bang, spark out, and all that. Like, tell me some real facts. That's what sounds good to me. Facts. Not no chat shit get bang, get spark out, Wilder pussy, yeah, pussy. All that, like, that, miss me with all that. Okay, you think he's a pussy. Chicken leg, windmill Wilder, check get bang, spark out, like, man's not hot. Miss me with all that. Because that's not really reality, that's like your opinion of some shit. I'm telling you facts. Ego's army, stand up, man, we the movement. Yo, shout out to Mexico, man. These are real. Shout out to Mexico. Monterrey, Mexico. I see y'all. I love y'all. We gonna crack it open for all the people in the hot seat that couldn't be with us. What the fuck? Damn, I said shout out to Mexico. Y'all gonna make this hard, huh? What? Hold on. What the fuck? Hold on. Mexico, what y'all do to this? What the fuck? I literally cannot open this. Man, y'all need to open this. Oh, y'all gonna make this difficult for me, huh, Mexico? Yeah, okay. Got him. It was me tripping. I was using the wrong side. I never used that particular opener, so it wasn't even fitting. Shout out to Official Reckless Super Chat, gang, really appreciate you. $10 Super Chat. Gotta support the black channels. I'm just stopping by to show some love. Ego's Army in the building. Shout out to the black channels. Shout out to Mexico, man. These be real. With a little twist of lime. Official Reckless. Official Ego's Army. I see you. Thank you. But yeah, man, the damage control on that side is ridiculous. Because like here to me, I look at even little, this is more circumstantial. This is just a little bit of circumstantial evidence, but you see Wilder is doing interviews. He just did a Showtime Brendan Schaub interview, right? He did an interview with 78. He did an interview with World Boxing News. He's doing all types of interviews because he's comfortable with the way his side played their cards, right? Why have we not heard Anthony Joshua do an interview? And even if he does one after this video has been released, it doesn't matter because it's too late. You have not done an interview on your own prior to this video with all this shit in the air, but you posting Instagram pictures about, oh, save your money, stay hungry for, you know what I'm saying? So you can take the time to do that, do whatever you're doing, but you can't do an Instagram live and say, yo, because I would have seen it right now. I follow Joshua and everything. You can't do an Instagram live like, listen, man, it's mad. Deontay Wilder, he doesn't want the fight. You know what I mean? You couldn't do that. How hard would that have been? And just explain your side, like, so we can hear. Meanwhile, Wilder's wearing bandanas and shit. I'm so frustrated right now. They wait Eddie Hearns, he wasting my time. If they ever come back, them old deals are off the table. We got a brand new deal for them. It's called 50-50. Right? But Anthony Joshua still hasn't done that. How come? Shout out to D. He said Hearn can't even answer your question. Exactly. How come? So you want to correct my verbiage of if it's a counter offer or an improved offer, but you duck the whole question. These types of things, and this is what Eddie Hearn does. He instead of addressing this head on, he's gonna focus in on something. This is what they do in the hot seat. This is the same behavior in the hot seat. Like, oh, okay, explain what you just said. Wilder's supposed to explain. Oh, your beard sucks, your channel sucks. What? What does that have to do with? Okay, my beard sucks and my channel sucks. Answer the question. Eddie Hearn still has not responded to my tweet because I responded back to him. I said that's okay, but you still didn't answer. I said either term, improved offer or counter offer, is both applicable because it's a counter to their 50 million. That's what I was referring to. It's Twitter. You only have a certain amount of characters to even write what you got to write. So that's why I put it. And he rather play semantics over if I should have said an improved offer or counter offer, but you still duck the question. You know what the fuck I'm talking about. It wasn't that hard to understand. You know what I mean? The point I was making. And he just completely didn't answer. So that's what it lets you know. Again, why hasn't Anthony Johnson done an interview? Just do an interview. Tell your side of it. See, this is what I think happened. And this is speculation, but from all the evidence, this is what I think happened. Anthony Joshua dug Team Joshua in a hole when he did that IFL interview saying, tell you what, they're saying it's a 100 mil fight. I swear, 50 mil, I'll take the fight tomorrow, right? He said that. That's what created a lot of this, oh shit, you'll take 50 mil? Because no one had to even waste time trying to call investors, Al Haymon, you know what I'm saying? He's too busy getting mentioned in Drake's album. He didn't have to do that. But he did all this shit, got his resources together, came back with a counter offer of $15 million to the $12.5 million offer, right? So that all stemmed from Joshua saying, 50 mil, I'll take the fight tomorrow, right? That's what he said. So now I think they're having him be more hesitant with doing interviews because you're going to have Eddie Hearn next to him and there ain't no press conference, and you have to have IFL cut and splice certain things out. So it's better to just keep him away from the camera so nothing is said that further shines light on the contradictions from that side. You get what I'm saying? And I just want to be able to move on. See, and this is the thing. I truly want to move on. Okay, fuck it. Joshua's not fighting Wilder next. I'm over it in that regard. But the more you go against Ego's army, the more you will pay. And that's to anybody. So I'm good. I feel I know what happened. I have enough information to know the major roadblocks. You know what I mean? Not saying there's nothing Wilder absolutely could have did different, but we know the major roadblocks to this fight getting happen and whose side they fell on. So I'm good. I understand that they're not fighting next. So I'm content, willing to move on. But at the same time, it's just the AJ protectors. They trying to go against the army. They're not coming with facts, and they're doing all this damage control, and it's just making them look worse. So now, like that, now I gotta go to war. You know what I mean? I gotta combat this stuff. I gotta talk about it more. I'm content just being like, fuck it. Wilder fight whoever you're fighting, Fury, Brazil, fucking Alice in Wonderland, whoever you're gonna fight, you've earned that right because we know that you were trying to push for the Joshua fight, right? But like I said, I'm Batman, the Dark Knight. As long as there's crime in Gotham, we got to clean up these streets. You know what I mean? I'm Frank Castle, the Punisher. I'm content just saying, okay, cool, motherfuckers ain't fighting. We know what happened. But then there's other people who are trying to make videos and like, oh, yeah. And you notice they usually start their videos and shit with a bunch of name calling. Like all the fucking idiot Wilder fans and the biased media. Like, you know what I mean? Just saying shit like that. They don't rarely get to the point first. Like where they're proving you wrong and then start doing the name calling. It's always that first. But no matter how much you kick and scream and squirm, you're not going to be able to deceive a whole nation. You know what I mean? This is not a cult. People are boxing fans. We've seen the whole thing, and fortunate for the boxing world, there's channels like myself. I feel like I've called this as fair as I could, talked about it from both sides, and then gave you my opinion on what I've seen from both sides. Like, I didn't only talk about Wilder's response to things. I talked about what AJ was saying too. Period. So, yeah, I mean, like I said, you're not going to be able to deceive that many people and convince everybody of this damage control effort. It's just not going to happen. And that in itself is a thing. Listen to Eddie Hearn's interviews since it's been pretty much known that they're not fighting next. Listen to his interviews sound a lot more defensive. When Wilder's talking to Brendan Schaub, he doesn't sound defensive. He just sounds like annoyed that his time was wasted, right? You got to look at little things like that. Eddie Hearn's constantly being read out questions and say, "Oh, you guys said this," and blah blah blah, and he's the one that has to be more defensive. It's funny you mentioned that. I got so many notifications, people trying to prove your call out wrong on the Eddie tweet post yesterday. But what's wrong about it? I mean, I'm willing to listen. Somebody tell me what I said that was wrong. My point was simple. Okay, we'll do it again. Eddie Hearn, since Wilder Joshua is not next, he has since come out. Eddie Hearn has since come out and says, I'm offering Deontay Wilder a 2-fight deal. 2-fight deal. First fight whoever you want on my DAZN network, a new streaming app. $5 million, which is going to be $2 to $3 million more than we believe you'll get fighting on your own accord. You fight whoever you want, Dominique Brazil, top rated guy, whoever. It's not going to be Joshua because he has a fight. Fight somebody else, and then fight us in April. So $5 million, and then fight us at Wembley in April, right? And get $15 million. Yet, if Joshua really wanted the fight, how come their initial offer of 12.5 to their counter offer, which is now disclosed publicly as $15 million, how come their improved second offer, only went up by 2.5? If you have the capacity to offer Wilder a 2-fight deal, second fight at Wembley for $15 million, and the first fight for $5 million, I'm not the smartest brother in the world, but 5 plus 15 is $20 million. So you can offer Wilder a 2-fight contract for $20 million on the DAZN network, but you couldn't have added $5 million to $12.5 million the first offer. And once again, Eddie Hearn replied, but he didn't reply proving me wrong. All he did was say, "Oh, it's not a counter offer. It's not a quote counter offer. It's an improved offer. Thumbs up." But you could try to do that snarky, like condescending shit, but that don't work with me because I didn't lose. You can't listen. Sometimes no response is a response. If he had a response, then he could have just put the response. You don't have to correct the verbiage. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm getting at. Again, it's Twitter, so I only have a certain amount of characters to express myself. But to this day, he has not responded to that tweet. So you tell me who won. And the only reason I even called it a counter offer is because it was a counter to the $50 million that they offered. I didn't say it was a counter from there. And he said something like, Wilder accepted the $15 million. But I'm not talking about him saying he accept. I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about when you were preparing the offer before it was $15 million was announced and before it was sent over. You could have offered more money. You could have added $5 million. But again, they didn't want to do that because the more money they offer Wilder, the greater chance it would be that he accepted. So they just went up in a very small increment. Oh, we know it's a big fight, but we'll give you $12.5 million, a lowball offer. And he's like, I'm not taking that. Here's $50 million. We'll counter offer you. Okay, we're not taking it because we're not coming to America. Okay, so we're going to go up by $2.5 million. We'll offer you $15 million now, which is still a lowball offer, granted how big this fight could be. Right? If this fight does do what I think it could do, possibly what a lot of people forecast it could do, then $15 million is not that much money in the grand scheme of things. Not saying it's not a lot of money for the average person. I'm saying everything is in relation to whatever you're talking about. Like, I live in California. California is expensive. If I move to Iowa or Cleveland and I make see here, man, I'm the king of analogies. Y'all just gotta bow down and accept it. Listen, here's an analogy for you. I live in the Bay Area, which is expensive as fuck. Especially, I'm deep East Bay, but if I lived in San Francisco, it'd be a nightmare. Like in terms of the price, it's super expensive. Oakland, like the nice parts of Oakland, super expensive. Definitely San Francisco is expensive, right? LA is expensive too. So California in general is expensive. Gas prices, they're almost $4 here. Almost $4 for gas. So the cost of living out here, needless to say, is expensive, right? Expensive. So if I make $16.50 an hour, a lot of people would be like, that's good money. $16.50, you're making you're making $50,000 a year or something. But it's all in relation. Yeah, making $50,000 a year, if I lived in Iowa or if I lived in Cleveland, or making $16.50 in California, it doesn't, that you're gonna still be struggling. If you have to pay $2,200 for rent, that some of the rents out here are expensive. I know someone who in San Jose, in the San Jose area, they have a 2-bedroom, pay $2,700. It's an apartment. It's like a townhouse, but it's still an apartment. $2,700, almost $3,000. So even if you're making good money, or what's perceived like $16.50 an hour, $17, $18, $19 an hour, it sounds good. But then when you start looking at the taxes being taken out, and you look at the bills, you know what I mean, the phone bills, utilities, and $2,700 for a 2-bedroom, that's fucking, you know what I mean, highway robbery. So everything's in relation. But if I made $16.50 to $19 and I lived in Iowa, where the cost of living is lower, if I lived in Cleveland, I could get like a fucking damn near a mansion for that, because it's all in relation. So same thing with this 15 million. Yeah, 15 million if you're the average Joe, you know what I mean, you're gonna be like, damn, that's a lot of money. But in relation to this specific fight, if this fight does 115 million profit and you're stuck at 15 million, then that's when it's not so good. Now, if the fight tanks and it doesn't do well, then you could maybe say, oh, I made out like a bandit. But we just voted. Everybody said they wanted to see this fight more than the Povetkin fight. So people sound like some of them are going to pay. It's not like everyone's going to just not pay. So everything's in relation to the situation. 17 an hour is not bad. But if you live in expensive ass California, where gas prices almost $4 a gallon, and rent for a 2-bedroom could be $2,700 for an apartment. Shout out to D. My house payment for a 1,900 square feet home is less than $700. Where the fuck do you live? Shout out to D. See, this is what I'm talking about. I don't know, what state are you in? This is what I'm talking about. It's in relation. Someone said not in Fremont. See, shout out to Arturo. He knows. He's from Kennewick. See? Yeah, you live in Washington. That's why. Cost of living. That's what I'm saying. It's different. So it's all in relation. $15 million. Yeah, if he's fighting and the fight can't produce enough money, then that's a lot of money. But if it's a mega fight, then $15 million. Shout out to Tone. He said, I love your channel, brother. Like I said, I just gave you an analogy. If you make $17 to $19 out in California, you could still be struggling. Like, I just told you guys the other stream. I literally, you guys Google the price of California. I literally just read an article. I talked about this in the past stream. That's why everyone works in San Francisco, lives in the 707, North Bay, the Flats, Vacaville, Dixon. That's what I'm saying. That's where I'm from. It's expensive, so they just deal with the commute because it's so fucking expensive. But anyway, I just read an article the other day. They said if you make 117 or 130 a year, 130K a year or 115K, something like that, you qualify for low income. That's unheard of. How is making 115 to 130K annually low income? Low income? They're making it sound like it's Section 8, but that's just because the cost of living out here is ridiculous. I used to smash this one chick that lived in San Francisco, right? She had a 2-bedroom. Her bathroom was so small. Like, it was tiny. And she paid like 2 something. And they didn't even have a parking lot. You know, it's like you have to pay for parking garages. Like, there's nowhere to park your fucking car. Some people don't even have a car. But if you have a car, you have to establish some kind of parking garage situation at that particular complex. She paid like, for the 2-bedroom, I think they paid like $2,300. Her bathroom was so tiny. When I tell you this, I'm talking about, I'll go to pee and I'm aiming for the toilet. I'm pissing in the shower. That's how small this shit was. I'm like, I'm pissing all in the shower. I'm like, I didn't know. Small ass bathroom. Shit. Oh shit. And just piss all in the shower. Oh well, it's gonna go down the drain. It's good. Don't be mad, Nancy. Put some pine salt in it. It'll be good. It'll be good tomorrow. Okay. Her bathroom was tiny. Ego put me on the payroll. It's scary out here in the Bay. I don't even know what that means. I know what put me on payroll is, but what's the scary? I don't get the scary thing. See? Shout out to Seattle. I paid $900 for a micro studio in East Lake, Seattle. All right, move to the Bay, and then you'll be robbing motherfuckers because it's expensive out here. Ego, both of us have our Black Panther shirt on. See, salute. Yeah. Oh yeah, it is expensive out here in the Bay, man. A studio in New York is $1,300 to $1,600, and it probably ain't that big. But anyway, that's as it relates to Joshua. That's what I see. $15 million. Yeah, if he's fighting Luis Ortiz, you'd be like, oh, that's a killer deal. You take it. You know what I mean? Because Luis Ortiz, you're probably not gonna make that type of money fighting him. But for a mega fight, that's different. So. And Wilder still, I don't even understand how people could even fix their lips to say this is Wilder's deal. Because he was willing to take basically what we know is a raw deal. $12 to $15 million. Well, he wasn't going to take the 12, so $15 million. He was willing to take $15 million just to make it next. And listen, I know what Eddie Hearn's trying to do. Trust me. I've studied all these casual tricks, and this is what's happening. Eddie Hearn is now trying to tell us that Wilder, we're fighting Povetkin next, but if he really was serious, why doesn't he sign the contract now? Today is July 1st. So why doesn't he sign the contract now that it's July 1st, to fight in April of next year? So, shout out to Apple. Today is July 1st. You mean to tell me he should sign a contract August 1, hold on. I can't touch it apparently. August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. So it just turned July, keep in mind. He should sign a contract for a fight that's 9 months from now. Once again, this is the talking point. This is the talking point that Eddie Hearn is trying to push on the public. That Wilder can't get a Joshua fight this year. That's not going to happen because the WBA. But he should now sign a contract for a future April fight at Wembley for a lowballed offer, a lowball improved offer of $15 million. He should just do that now, 9 months from the actual fight date. This is what these idiotic fans are trying to perpetuate and tell me to believe. So in 9 months, you could have a child. Like, I could go from this boinking a girl, just bow, to her ovulating carrying my seed for 9 months and then actually having the baby. That's how much time that's how much time will elapse by that time. So I could have a whole ass kid in between then or now and then. Come on, bro. And you want him to sign a contract for that? Like, it's not like even Canelo wanted Mayweather. He was fighting Robert Guerrero in May, and then Canelo wanted Mayweather to promise him to fight in the September. But Mayweather's like, I'm the A side. Like, you don't call the shots. I said I'll fight you, but I got to handle Robert Guerrero first, and then we can negotiate. And he did fight Canelo that same year. But I can understand that. May to September. You know what I mean? Because that's not that much. May, June, July, August, September. You know what I mean? So by the 4th month, you have a fight. And if you're training 10 weeks for a camp, you'll be in camp within 2 months. A month and a half. You get what I'm saying? But to really expect someone to take a shitty offer, which I think the 15 mil was even shitty, given the scope of what this fight could do. You want him to take it 9 months before the actual time he would be fighting? Like, who's done that? Who would do that? Especially when Joshua's fighting a power guy and we don't even know the outcome of that fight. Do you see how stupid that is? And I understand you could say contingent on Anthony Joshua winning, contingent on Wilder maintaining and keeping his WBC title. But why would he sign now anyway? If he can't get it next, why would he sign now? Even, you notice Canelo and Triple G didn't even do this. Canelo and Triple G fought September. I was at the fight. I covered it as media. They just took a break. Canelo said, I'm coming back. I will be back May and September. So they didn't even start renegotiating until maybe December, January, or whenever they started negotiating. And then they had made a deal and arrived at a deal for May. But they didn't have no contract from September 25th for a fight that's not coming until May. You know what I'm saying? But Eddie Hearn, he was saying to fans that, the Wilder fight, we can sign for it now and just have it later. We can sign for it. And now you didn't even accomplish that part of the goal. So you didn't even, you know what I mean? Like, what? Or like, just put this in human, like, fuck boxing. Just put this in human terms. If I apply for a job on today, July 1st, I apply for a job, right? I apply for a job July 1st. They said, hey, we want to hire you, but we're going through a renovation, or we're fully staffed right now. So sign the employment contract that you have to start working April 1st, 2019 for this rate of pay. Even if you thought the rate of pay was on the lower side, right? Do you honestly think I would sign a contract that is contingent all the way like 9 months from now? Like, why would I do that? Because if you need money or whatever in this analogy, I don't know where my life's going to be in 9 months. You know what I mean? I could get another job. So I signed on and to fight or to take a job that's 9 months from now, even though they're not willing to hire me now. No. What I would do is I'd be like, fuck it. And I would do my own thing, maybe look for another job or whatever, or see where I'm at 9 months from now or 7 months from now, and then renegotiate. Why the fuck would I sign a contract without seeing how Joshua looks? So if Joshua looks like shit and gets knocked down twice and wins a controversial decision, then the offer is still the same offer? How does that work? What if Wilder knocks out Tyson Fury in December? So he doesn't deserve more money for taking on a tough guy that Klitschko couldn't beat? So this shows you the temperament and the mentality of Eddie Hearn, right? Right? This shows you the temperament, the precocious behavior of Eddie Hearn. He's trying to expect the fans to really run with the fact that Wilder's ducking if he doesn't sign a contract for a fight he can't even have this whole year. He can't have it for 9 months, and it won't even. And when by the time it does happen, it'll happen 9 months from now in a whole different year, without seeing. Bro, look, just listen what I'm saying to you guys, people. This is what I'm saying to you. This shows you who wants to fight. You got to look between the lines. If y'all listen, I got to make sure y'all still here. If y'all want that work and y'all want to hear this point, can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? I need some hell yeahs. Y'all got to motivate me. All right. I'm about to drop the bomb on you. This shows you the greed, and this is the precocious behavior. Because now Eddie Hearn's trying to convince and get his flunkies, like, and I'm talking about these weak ass YouTube channels and different shit, to run with this logic that Wilder's ducking if he doesn't sign a contract for a fight 9 months from now. Here's why. Why, if you're not getting the fight anytime this year or anytime soon, why would you sign a contract for when you guys will both have fought between now and April? You guys at least will have one fight apiece, at least. You know, I don't know how many times Wilder plans on fighting between now and April. So that lets you know right then and there, he doesn't care who he's fighting. He doesn't care about the outcome of the fight. He doesn't want to give up more money. Period. What if Dillian White knocks out Joseph Parker, and then Wilder is able to fight Dillian White in December and knock him out? So he doesn't deserve more money? If Wilder fights Luis Ortiz in a rematch, and then in December or January he fights Tyson Fury and he knocks both of them out, he doesn't deserve more money? So the fact that you're not even willing to, you want to lock him into a contract with a raw deal, a lowball deal, and you're not willing to see who he even fights next, to see what the performance looks like. You just want to lock him into that particular deal. Lets me know that you're being greedy and you don't really want this fight. Because why would you be so eager to lock him into a deal without even knowing what his independent career, without even knowing how Joshua was going to look in the Povetkin fight? Just explain that. So that means if you're not willing to see, this is why it doesn't make sense to negotiate 9 months from now. You know what I mean? For a fight. This is why you would negotiate it closer to the time, because you would as a business. Listen. Okay, what if Wilder fought Luis Ortiz in a rematch and he was looking terrible and he got knocked down, right? And he got knocked down, and then a freak accident happened and the fight was prematurely stopped, and then Wilder was slightly ahead on points, but he wasn't looking good. Just something like that. Like, basically, let's say he looked like Lucas Matisse looked against that dude from Thailand. So even your offer, if you offered him $15 million and it did terrible ratings and Wilder looked horrible, and you gave him $15 million and his stock dropped, or what if his stock rose? So that's what I'm saying. The fact that you're not even willing to take into consideration his brand growing or his stock declining into it, and you're just trying to lock him in, lets me know what I need to know. Because that's why you would want to wait. Since you're not fighting him next, you would want to wait until, if you're planning on fighting him April, go back and revisit the negotiations in January. See how Joshua looked in his last fight. See who Wilder fights and how he looks in that fight. And then you want to establish how much money is owed. Like, put it this way. Last year, let's say I was a promoter and I offered Dillian White $15 million. We'll just keep the money the same. I offer him $15 million. I say sign right now, right? Well, actually, let me do a lower number. Let's say last year I say I want to have my fighter fight Dillian White. We're going to offer him $2 million, right? And this was last year, and I tell him to sign a contract 9 months from today. So last year, 9 months ago, right? Can you guys hear me? You guys following on? I got a good one for y'all. You guys hear me? Okay. Once again, let's set this analogy up. Let's say I spoke with Dillian White. I want him to fight my fighter, and he signed 9 months ago to fight my fighter in the next couple of months. We locked him into a contract, and I'm only giving him $2 million, right? And he signed last year. And he signed to fight my fighter, let's say in November. And I'm only giving him $2 million for that November fight against my fighter. But how is that fair when Dillian White, let's say he beats Joseph Parker by knockout and he knocked out Lucas Brown? Then surely I should consider those two fights, which I had no knowledge of those fights or the outcomes because they hadn't been called for, they hadn't been established, and we hadn't seen the outcomes 9 months ago. Do you get what I'm saying? So if last year he signed a contract that far out, it was before he fought Lucas Brown and it's before Joseph Parker. And let's say hypothetically he knocks out Joseph Parker. Then if he's going to fight in November, shouldn't I consider how well he looked against Lucas Brown and him knocking out a former champion in Joseph Parker with only one loss that Joshua couldn't knock out? Of course. That's why you want to negotiate closer to the time in which you plan on fighting, because that would be wrong for Dillian. I mean, it makes business sense if you're trying to rob a fighter, but how could I not consider Dillian White's most recent work? It's very simple. How can I not consider Dillian White's So 9 months ago, I had no idea he's fighting Joseph Parker. I had no idea he's fighting Lucas Brown. 9 months ago, I didn't know because they weren't set in stone. So if I locked him into a $2 million November fight, how can I, you know what I mean? Why would I not consider his more recent fight? So again, this is why you would want to wait to closer to the actual fight to negotiate. What about Golovkin? Let's say Golovkin in whenever he fought Dominic Wade, let's say they got him to sign a contract right after that, and then they say, hey, we're gonna pay you $4 million, $5 million. That was before he fought Daniel Jacobs, because he didn't fight Daniel Jacobs until March of the next year. You get what I'm saying? So clearly a win over Jacobs means something for the division. So now that he wants to fight Canelo next, shouldn't you consider the Jacobs victory? Even though I thought he lost that fight, but the judges gave to him and it was close. So he won. Okay, he won. So shouldn't you consider that? So if he was 9 months ago, if he was worth $5 million, doesn't that enhance his brand to the point where maybe he deserves more now because of what happened? Right? Isn't that what Golovkin was complaining about? He was like, yeah, we accepted 35%, but since that time, Canelo has failed drug tests. Nobody knew Canelo was going to fail a drug test. So that's why he wants more money, and he got it. That's why what Eddie Hearn is suggesting is full of shit, and anyone can see it. You want him to sign for a fight in April without seeing how Joshua even looks, without seeing what he does. What if Deontay Wilder has major breakthroughs in his career where his star power rises exponentially? Let's say he fought Tyson Fury and on Showtime it did 2.2 million viewers. So you shouldn't take that into consideration. There's no way, if he signs right now, then there's no way you could take something that hasn't happened into consideration. You dudes ain't fucking with it. Like I said, let's say Wilder fought, this is a hypothetical of course, but this is why you wouldn't want to sign a contract for this much in advance. If Wilder knocked out Tyson Fury and he did 2.3 million homes on Showtime for that particular fight, so he's stuck at 15 million, but he did these great Showtime numbers and knocked out a former lineal champion, how could you not consider that in his pay? But if he already signed the contract in July, like you said, oh, he has the contract, just signed, then there's no way you would have been able to consider some shit that hadn't happened yet. So if they plan on fighting in April, then you negotiate in January or February, something like that, and then you see what's happened between now and February or January, and then you make the offer. But again, the fact that you want him to sign some shit 9 months prematurely without even seeing what he does next lets me know that you're trying to not have the fight and or lowball him. What up, Ego? Yeah, town shit, Oaktown, talk your shit, Ego. These dudes is getting bodied, man. I'm really getting sick of even talking about this, to be honest. Cause they don't have no work for me. They don't have no counterpoints. And notice how they be like, DAZN. Okay, Eddie, man, I'm leaving. I'm getting off of this shit. This is too easy. I need challenges in life. Like, Eddie Hearn makes it like Wilder's so hard to deal with, yet he wants to sign Wilder to DAZN. Yet he wants to have he wants to give Wilder $5 million. You guys don't see this stuff? He wants to give Wilder $5 million, which is a large sum of money, more money than you offered Broner. See, this is why Eddie Hearn, as smart as he thinks he is, he can't beat me with these talking points. So you're willing to offer Wilder more money than you offered Broner you offered Broner a 3-fight contract, and it was like 2 million, 2.2 million, and then 2.5. So let's say 2.5 twice. You're offering Wilder to fight anyone of his choice, which you offered Broner for 2 fights. Because roughly he said 2 million, 2.25 million, and then 2.5 million. It was a 3-fight deal to Broner. So you're going to offer Wilder basically the pay that you were trying to give Broner for 2 fights in 1 fight of his choice. Yet you're also telling the public, oh, Shelly Finkel, Winkle, Dinkle, they're so hard to negotiate with, and they don't give the contracts back. Then why do you want to work with them? Especially outside of the Joshua fight. Like Bob Arum, he worked with the Mayweather side, Showtime side, to make the Mayweather fight because there's just so much money. But if you don't want to work, if someone's so hard to work with, why would you want to work with them? Why did you want to sign Wilder to DAZN? He's very hard to work with. Why do you want him to do his next fight on DAZN for $5 million, which is the equivalent of two of the 3-fight deal salaries or purses that you offered to Broner? So you're willing to pay Wilder. You offered Broner a 3-fight deal. You're willing to pay Wilder what you offered Broner for 2 fights in 1 fight of his choice against anybody not named Joshua, right? But Shelly Finkel, Winkle, Dinkle is so hard to work with. Why you want to work with him outside of the mega fight? See, if that was me, I'm about my bread, so I would work with someone just to get that mega millions, you know what I mean, that big fight. But why I wouldn't want to work with them outside of what I had to? So explain that. Somebody, I'm waiting. Eddie Hearn's they had the contract for 10 days, 2 weeks. Why would you have a contract so long? It takes them forever to return the contract. Okay, so they're so unprofessional. They're stalling. They take forever to return contracts. They lost their pin. Why do you want to work with them for a $5 million fight this year? Exactly. I'm out. Let me know what you guys think. Drop your thoughts. The Vampire Stream. Peace out, y'all. That Full House shit, I'm glad you like that. Stay tuned. We got more shit.